Okay, so this might sound weird, but what if Deku had a slave quirk? How this is gonna work? As soon as Deku activated his quirk, a human appeared with this chain around, this weird green aura chain appeared around. I'm not gonna explain it. Let me stop. And this is what if Deku had a slave quirk part one. Let's get straight into the vid. And let's start exactly as the quirk doctor. And then when Deku awakens his quirk, I'll explain how it's gonna work. Because the quirk doctor is actually, let's see what he's gonna say. Quirk doctor walks into the room and tells Deku that he's quirkless and that he will honestly never be able to become a hero or will never get a quirk. So he should just stop, stop trying to become a hero and like move on with his life and become something else. Deku, actually being reasonable here, starts looking into becoming a what would be a good ability to have if you awaken a random quirk out of nowhere that doesn't help you fight, well, helps you fight, but it's another part of another being fighting for you. Looks into medicine. No, hmm. Yeah, looks into medicine. Maybe would that be interesting? Yeah, I'm gonna have him look into medicine. He tries to become a doctor. He says he will still be able to save people, but in his own way. So he starts, getting medical books, and doing a lot of research, studying. Swear to God, I hate when I can't say words. Studying to become a doctor. At the age of 9, he's already in a college level um, medical school, and he is like about to graduate and become a doctor. When when on the way home, he sees this person, and they're getting attacked. Do I want to tap like this? Yeah, let's just roll with it. He sees this person getting attacked, and he tries to help, and he says, you shouldn't rob them, and he reaches in his pocket to pull out some money, and he offers the dude some money. The dude ends up stabbing Deku, taking the girl's purse, taking the money Deku offered him, which was like, let's say 300 to 40 bucks. Ends up taking that and the girl's purse. The girl kicks Deku and says, "You was completely useless." Spits on Deku's face, and walks off. And Deku's just there in the alleyway, bleeding out, and as he's slipping in and out of death. Yeah, in and out of life, in and out of. I don't know which word to use. Death, life. As he's slowly dying, he hears this voice saying, "It's not your time to go yet." And this weird green aura just appears all around his body. And he's suddenly healed. The stab wound is gone. His clothes are still ripped and bloodied. And, he just walks, he pits on his, no, he just walks home, all bloody, getting looked at with these weird glances, people thinking that he might be a villain, maybe attack somebody. Why is his clothes bloody? He gets home and his mom automatically throws a panic attack. Why is her 9-year-old son bloody and has a knife wound in the side of his clothes? He explains what happens, and Inko automatically says, "Wait, so you were dying, and then suddenly you got healed. You suddenly passed out, got, and then you woke up and you was healed." And you're thinking this might be some type of quirk, takes him to the quirk doctor again. Quirk Doctor says, yeah, still quirkless and don't come back unless you are 100% sure you have a quirk. You're wasting my time. So Inko takes Deku home, rooted out because how is her son alive if he was stabbed? Her, she's not really looking too much into it because at least her son's not dead. Thirsty, hold up. That's dead. You fucking kidding me? Don't tell me. Shit. I don't know if the video cut out or not, so I'll have to check. My phone hit 10% and the 10% thing popped up on screen. So I'm gonna, because I didn't see that it popped up. I'm gonna continue the video where I left it off, and then if it did cut out, yeah, I'm just not gonna post this one, so I'll just have to watch it before. Okay, whatever. Anyway, Inka really doesn't look that much into it because her son's not dead. So what does it affect her, any whatsoever? So she just goes about her life. And then Deku wouldn't know Kacchan, and the scene where Deku stops Bakyo from bullying somebody would never happen. So we would have to time skip. But if I time skip to the studs from the incident, why would he be? Alright, I figured it out. Deku is finally graduated from medical school, and he is the world's youngest doctor, being a doctor at the age of 14. Now, he doesn't have a job as a doctor yet, but he does have his license, and he can get a as a nurse or as an assistant, but they said that he has to wait until he's at least 17 or 18 or maybe 16 to actually, get a job as a doctor, even though he does have his license, he is graduated, and he does know everything. They just don't want a little kid doing surgeries. And he is able to, direct a surgery, um, be the one in charge, telling a grown up how to do the surgery, cut this, cut that, take this out, put this back in, but he's not allowed to do it himself unless he's the only person that knows how to do that surgery, or knows how to do it better than anybody else there, because the main goal is to keep the person alive, not, oh my god, he's a kid, he can't do it, type situation. Anyway, Deku's finally graduated, and he goes home, and he's on his way home, and he walks under a bridge. We all know the bridge. Gets attacked by a sludge villain, and as he's suffocating, the green aura, the power that he remembers so that he remembers so well, healing him, comes again. But this time, instead of healing him, it shoots out everywhere and out of his body, and it makes the villain fly off. And instead of making him pass out this time, it opens, it turns into this body, and it turns into the girl that you see right there. And it says, I've the girl just completely passes out. She's completely naked. She just passes out. And Deku's just there standing there now. And then All Might appears, sees the naked girl laying on the floor with Deku just standing there, and this literally shoot scattered all over the wall. All Might thinks Deku saved the girl from getting attacked, but really it was the other way around. But All Might doesn't know that. So that basically happens. All Might gives the girl his shirt and jumps off. Deku really not grabbing onto All Might because, he really doesn't want to become a hero. But he does still get an autograph. He's still a fanboy after all. He stays there with the girl till the girl wakes up and he automatically asks, who are you? where did you come from, and you know, how did you get here, and how did you save me? He just keeps asking these a lot of questions, and when she finally says her name is Miko, Deku repeats the name. So he's like, "Your name is Miko," and as soon as he says it, this chain appears. This green aura chain appears around around his hand, and it connects all the way to her, and then it appears around her neck, and then it disappears. And that was like, sealing the contract of slave and master, Deku being the master and her being the slave, obviously from the way the chain is, her being around the neck, his being around the hand. Or actually, instead of it being tied around his hand, it's like this rope. Like, it's like a chain, it's just wrapped around his hand, and not like the another like chain, like a keychain thingy. What is it called? A handcuff. Like, imagine a handcuff. Like, I was imagining a handcuff being around his hand, and then a chain being connected, and then a handcuff being around her neck. But instead, there's a handcuff around her neck, and then a chain coming from the handcuff and wrapping around Deku's hand. Like, the chain is just wrapped around Deku's hand. And that's how that's gonna work. Deku asks where does she live, Deku, and she says she doesn't have a home. And Deku said, "Well, for saving me, do you want to come to my place and you can meet my mom and stuff like that?" Deku being shy, and this is the first time that he talked to a girl still, because all he really did is go to college, study, and become a licensed doctor for his whole life. And that's really it. I'm making this video short. Actually, it's not even that short. It's only like 2 minutes off this check. So yeah, this is Shadow Master signing out. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I know I didn't do it exactly how I wanted it, but it's good enough. I have to do stuff tomorrow. So yeah.